Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to dynamically set the coordinates of each chart. Remember last time we had 9 bars laid on top of each other? Well, that's not very helpful, so we're going to make it better. Last challenge created and appended a rectangle to the SVG element for each point in the dataset to represent a bar. Unfortunately, they were all stacked on top of each other. The placement of a rectangle is handled by the X and Y attributes. They tell D3 where to start drawing the shape in the SVG area. The last challenge set them each to 0, so every bar was placed in the upper left corner. For a bar chart, all the bars should sit on the same vertical level, which means the Y value stays the same at 0 for all the bars, and the X value, however, needs to change as you add new bars. Remember that the larger X values push items further to the right as you go through the array elements in the dataset. The X value should increase. So the ATTR method in D3 accepts a callback function to dynamically set the attribute. The callback function takes 2 arguments, one for the data point itself, usually D, and one for the index of the data point in the array. The second argument of the index is optional. Here's the format. So they have selection, ATTR, they're saying property, and then they have DI, which is for the index, data point, and then the index. D is for the data point. So if you were going through here and you had your D and I would be set to 0 and D would be 12. I would be set to 31 and D would be 1. D would be 31 and I would be 1. Here D would be 22 and I would be 2. Here D would be 17 and I would be 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's important to note that you do not need to write a for loop or use for each to iterate over the items in the dataset. Recall that the data method passes the data set, and any method that's chained after data is run once for each item. So here we have our data in our data set, and then because we have probably 9 in here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 elements, right? So as soon as it gets to data, we're gonna run this 9 times. 1, 2, 3, and that's just how D3 works. So we don't need to write a loop. So we want to change. Recall the data pass. Okay, change the X attribute callback function so it returns the index times 30. Okay. So here we have a function that we're in process. If I were to console.log the D and the I, we would probably see 12 at 0, 31 at 1, 22 at 3. You can see the computer does that much better than me. So that's the data point in the index. Change the X attribute callback function so it returns. So we want to return the index times 30. So what do we want to do? Return the index times 30. Cool, and so we've got each bar like that. Let's run the test, see what happens. Okay, so obviously these bars are all the same, so we're gonna wanna change something else in addition. So, but yeah, this works for now. Now, how could we simplify this? Well, we know that we could make this a single line function and it would still run the tests. It should pass. Huh. Run the test. Everything passes, but it doesn't work. Well, that would work because it's totally, that's how, oh, wait, no. We don't want return in there. If we make it a single line function, we don't want the return value. Maybe it's just something with the tests not passing. So, yeah, I guess we're not going to be refactoring this one as much. But yeah, that's how this one works. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next lesson.